If I had the power to change something in my life, would obviously to be not having this health scare of mesothelioma. It's been life-changing. Not what we had planned when we got married.
It's not ideal, and it's not what we wished for and had hoped for. But I just get to be with my wife and take care of her and make sure that she's okay.
We are Katie and Rory Watkins. I was diagnosed with sarcomatoid pleural mesothelioma in August of 2024. Before I got diagnosed with mesothelioma, my day-to-day life was, I was a runner, we rode our bikes, floating the rivers, played disc golf. So a lot of very active lifestyle. And then that summer of 2024, I just had some back pain and I couldn't figure out why my back hurt. Went to the doctor. They just said, here's some medicine and some massage. Come back if it doesn't feel better. Came back 3 weeks later and the doctor did some x-rays and said it was lung cancer. Sent us right out for some CT scans. Got a phone call from a surgeon and she said that she wanted me to come in for a biopsy. They drained about 2 liters of fluid from my left lung and we were told it was maybe mesothelioma, but don't look it up on the internet yet. And what's the first thing that I do was look it up on the internet, and it was frightening. You know, having a survival rate of 4 to 18 months was pretty shocking. So when we first learned about the mesothelioma, the cancer being linked to asbestos, we'd kind of spoke with some friends, spoke with the doctors, and went through questions about, what could I have been exposed to? And nothing seemed to make sense other than when they suggested, did you use baby powder as a baby? Well, of course we all did. And babysitting all the children in my lifetime and my own children, my nieces and nephews, I relied upon baby powder. It smells good, it helps the baby stay dry. So we started considering that could have been a way that I was exposed, as well as cosmetic talc. A lot of the makeups that you buy at the grocery store, #1 ingredient is listed as talc. I was blown away to find out that a brand that we had all trusted, that our mothers and our grandmothers trusted, was contaminated with talc. I had no idea about any of that. Once I started reading and looking into labels and reading the history of how talc is mined, it's impossible to have talc without asbestos in it. I wish people knew that talc was out there way more than we would realize. My daughter and I will go shopping with some well-known name places, and we'll look on the back of the makeup, and #1 ingredient is still talc. It's insulting that they can still legally put that out there. It should be stopped. It shouldn't be used anymore. The thing that brought us to the realization that we needed some help legally with this case was that, I was 48 years old. This wasn't supposed to happen. It's a preventable thing. I think for me to be able to accept help from the legal firm, it was just starting to read stories about people that were so impacted by this, like I said, this disease that doesn't have to happen. I started realizing that, gosh, maybe my voice, maybe I can be one little bit of a change, maybe with our hard work, and on our sacrifice and our loss. That was when we realized that we will go for some legal help and some support, because we wouldn't know what to do. So then that was when we met Melissa from Simmons, Hanley, Conroy.
The companies that use asbestos make me very angry. It feels really nice to have a way to hold the manufacturers accountable, and knowing that those products are still out there, though, doesn't really make you feel very good. But knowing that somebody's paying for what they've done knowingly does help a little bit.
To me, the difference in Simmons is the personal connection.
Hiring Simmons, Hanley, Conroy was a very good decision for us.
So as a survivor, and I have come to pretty much what they said I would last to, and I'm still going. And so to me, what that means is I'm living off of hope and gratitude and trying to be positive. I try to wake up every day with something bright to think about and hope for the day. And I hear that a lot from people. Katie, you're so positive. How do you smile so much? And it's like, what are my choices? I was handed this life sentence. I was handed this mesothelioma for a reason. And unfortunately, it changed our life, but there's something to be happy for every day.